So this book was a flip for me because when I started reading it, I instantly hated it. But somehow I was hooked to this book, and then boom, I fell in love with this book. And this almost never happens. If I hate a book in the beginning, I hate it till the end. So let's talk about this fascinating book. Hi, I'm Zita Bano and welcome to my channel. The book that I'm going to talk about today is Sally Rooney's Normal People. The basic plotline of this book is Marianne is a rich girl and she's also a sort of a loner, and she falls in love with Connell, who is very famous at school, and he's very athletic and beautiful. So they get into an intimate relationship, but they keep it a secret throughout high school. And then we see these characters being flipped when they get into college. And forgive me because I do not understand European schooling system. It's high school, college, university. I just don't understand it. But I think they get into university or college. There they again meet each other. Now the roles are flipped. Now Marianne is famous and Connell is a newbie. As the story moves forward, we see that they are still very much attracted to each other, but Marianne has started dating someone else, and finally after some time Connell also starts dating someone else. But they still remain friends and still are very much attracted to each other. And then in the final chapter we see finally both of them realizing that they love each other and coming together. But in the end we also see that they are going to leave each other and probably are going to repeat this very cycle. When I started reading their story, I felt it was extremely cliche because a rich girl with abusive family, she's mentally unstable and she has this impulsiveness in her, and then there is a boy who's not so rich and he's very beautiful, and they get into an intimate relationship. And I did not like this sexual undertone in the very beginning of their relationship, and I was about to give up on this book because I felt like that I was reading teenage smut and this book is going to give me nothing more than some spicy scenes. Also, this relationship between Marianne and Connell felt like the typical toxic relationship with a lot of sex, and I am too old to enjoy toxicity laden with sex. I mean, I was so fed up with the story that I wrote this on page 20th. I mean, it's just a stupid teenage fling. What the hell? What is this double life thing going on? What stupidity. I was almost done with this book. But as the story moves forward, you can see some real character development, the protagonist and their shifting perspectives. And that was the time when I realized why this book is called Normal People, because normal people, we keep on changing. I am not the same person that I was a year ago, and you are not the same person too. And that's what we see in Marianne and Connell as well. That's when I fell in love with this book. And I really want to compare Normal People with Anxious People, not just because they both have people in their title, but because they changed my opinion about modern literature. I always felt that modern literature is soulless and very shallow, but both of these books are deep with great character development. If you have been following me for some time, you know that I read a lot of classics. When I'm reading classics, I do feel that classics are mostly character driven, and classic writers sometimes did not pay much attention to the plot line. But the authors of these two books have done a great job because there was a lot of depth in the characters without losing the grip on the plot. Finally, do I recommend this book? I would recommend this book to everybody, but I do think that the teenage audience would not get much out of this book. And I'm not being condescending here because it has been scientifically proved that your rational brain is not fully developed until 25. So if you are a teenager, you are definitely going to enjoy this book. You are going to enjoy the spicy scenes and you are going to enjoy the overall chemistry, and also the plot is great. You are going to enjoy that as well. But if you are someone mature, then you will be able to truly understand the essence of this fascinating book. This book is not there to inspire or instruct you, but this book is intense, this book is emotional, and this book is insightful. So that's about it. See you next time. Take care of yourself.